Hello, it's been a while since I've had the time to make a video. And, I was really busy actually going through a huge transitional period, and that's kind of what motivated me to make this video. And yeah, kind of just like touch on the things that kind of happen during transitional, periods in your life. So for me, this is a really big change. I've been a college student for far too long, and my identity was, being a student for a really long time. And I knew that this adult life was coming, but I didn't know how to prepare. I didn't know what it was going to be like. So the anticipation's already kind of anxiety inducing because the unknown kind of always scares us a little bit. But it's just like, how am I going to make it through this change? And let me tell you, I don't actually know how to perfect it. And I just got out of like this chaotic, like emotional time in my life. And I'm probably still going through it, but I do want to try and give some guidance in this area. So for me, I've had probably several identity crises, existential crises, and you know what? I probably say this in all my videos because I'm always having them, but dominantly I feel that a lot during this time in my life. And I think it's fair because, you're transitioning into like a new chapter. So that means you're going to be associating yourself with like new people and new opportunities, new experiences. And so many doors are opening up, but sometimes it's really hard to remember that all these doors are opening up because it's so hard to let go of like what we're so comfortable with, Being forced into change is scary, but at the same time, it's like this beautiful blessing that we get to really utilize, because without being pushed to change, we can't grow and we can't really become this like best version of ourselves. And it's been hard. It's been really hard. I have had so many days where I couldn't get out of bed because I lost motivation. And it felt like I kept trying to like apply to so many different jobs, and a lot of places didn't hire me, to be completely honest. And it took some energy for sure for me to like pick myself back up and tell myself that it's not me, or maybe parts of it was me, but that's okay because that just means that I wasn't a good fit with a job. And that's something that's really important to remember during at least like the postgraduate life, is you are also interviewing the people that are interviewing you. You got to make sure that, this is a job that you want, that you can see yourself happy in, because I don't know about everyone else, but my biggest like motivation and my biggest goal in life is really just to be happy. And I know that's such a broad statement, but that's kind of what this period is also about, is figuring out what is it that makes you happy. Like asking yourself these questions, because money only goes so far. I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but there was a study done where, up to $100,000, there are fluctuations in your mood and happiness. But after that, there really isn't that much of a difference. So of course, some kind of financial stability is important during this time and to, kind of keep in mind, but that's not ultimately what's going to make you happy. So anyways, through my struggles during this transitional period, I realized that I don't need to have it all figured out right now. And neither do you. During any big change in your life, whether it's like a breakup, whether it's like graduating college or maybe moving to a new area, you don't have to have it all figured out. And you're going to end up putting way too much stress and pressure on yourself if you try and kind of force yourself to think that you can have everything figured out so quickly. It's really important during transitional periods to take it day by day. You may have an idea of, where you want to be, and that's beautiful, that's amazing, and you can use that as motivation, but don't use that as a means to put more pressure on yourself. Don't make yourself feel bad that you can't be there, right now. It's like you're working towards it. And it's really hard to remember that you're actually working towards, something bigger sometimes when you're kind of stuck in the middle of it. You're like, what the F am I doing? That's definitely what I've felt like. I've definitely lost myself. That's like the theme of what I felt, is I felt confused, lost. And, once again, my identity crisis, like there was so many things mixed in there that really had me feeling just not here, just not present. I kind of forgot about what my goal was, and it was a difficult time. And, change is really hard. Transitions are really hard because they're so uncomfortable, you know? Of course, it's going to be hard to like break a routine and patterns that you're so used to and, you know, kind of try and adjust into this new life. And that's okay. That's it. That's literally the beauty of a transitional period is you get to learn how to, you know, get through these things. You get to learn how to adapt. Like you even get to learn like new skills and, you know, you can't grow if you're comfortable. You have to endure some kind of uncomfortable feelings, emotions, like experiences, whatever, in order to grow. And, you know, as cliche as all of this is going to sound, it's absolutely true. Every single bad and hard experience that I've had are the ones that had the biggest lessons and the most important lessons. And, you know, during the middle part of these experiences that are a little bit harder, it's a mess, it's chaotic, and you feel like you're going crazy. And that is okay, because when you look back, you're going to realize how much stronger you are, how resilient you are, and you're going to use that experience of like getting through that to, you know, help you out in the future whenever you're going through something hard again. And, you know, it's really important to remember that you're naturally going to kind of have to, I don't want to say pull away, but you're just naturally going to not have as much time to distribute to everyone, you know? You're trying to get your life together, and that is also okay. You know, you need to be focusing on what you have to do. And, you know, if your friends or family or whoever are getting upset or, you know, they're making you feel guilty that you're doing what you need to do, then it should actually definitely be okay to take some space from them. But maybe that should also kind of help you understand, like, you know, what do I need in my life in terms of people, and, you know, who are the people that really do care about my success. And that's another really cool and beautiful lesson that you can learn during periods like this is, you know, who is really going to be there to support me when I'm actually going through this transitional period where, yeah, I might not have as, you know, as much to offer, but, you know, I still care about you. I am still obviously your friend or your family member or whatever, but I just really need to zone in on what I'm doing. Anyways, my whole point to this video, you know, overall the message really is don't beat yourself up if you don't have it completely figured out yet. You know, it's step by step, day by day, sometimes second by second, it feels like, actually, for me, and that is okay. Just remember, you know, you have to remember to be on your own team during this time. Of course it's going to be a difficult and challenging time. You know, you're growing and you're breaking cycles and patterns and routines, and that's a beautiful thing. And if people, you know, are having a hard time adjusting because maybe you're breaking certain patterns or cycles with them, then that's that, you know, and they'll come back. Everyone bounces back. You know, at first it's uncomfortable for everyone because you kind of just have to change, and everyone got into this routine and everyone was comfortable, but eventually people will adjust back. You know, I've had to do this many times in a few situations. So just remember that you're doing your best. Don't feel like you're not good enough because maybe you haven't gotten to the place that you want to be yet. You know, keep your eye on the prize, but also remember that you're doing it. You're in the process. And as much as all of us would love to speed up the process sometimes, you know, we can't. And we should actually be enjoying this process because there's so many things that open up and so many new things that we can kind of attend to, or we can actually attend to things that we weren't seeing for a while because we weren't really accessing those parts of our identity. So yeah, just remember everything's going to be okay. If you need to be alone and you need to take time to do things, you know, that maybe aren't giving as much time to people, that's okay. And also give yourself love. This is a lot. It's, you know, transitional periods are a lot of change. So give yourself that love that you deserve. Do what you need. Do what feeds your soul, you know? Anyways, thank you for watching.